Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's presentation about the new features in version 1.01 of our AERMOD Wizard software. Today, my name is Dmitry, and today I'll be talking about what we've added in this version, and also I'll be showing that in the software itself. So we added four new features in version 1.01. The first is that we can now calculate not only a forward trajectory, but a backward trajectory. And we can also export both of those to Google Earth. We also added the ability to delete files that you've downloaded with the software, both monitoring data and metadata files. And finally, you can now download metadata files for 2019. So what is a backward trajectory? It is the path that a pollutant or particulate takes through the air, and that it travels so that at the end of that path, we know where it ended up. We know the location and time where that particulate ended up. With the forward trajectory, we know the starting point, and then the air travels in a certain direction. With the backward trajectory, it's the opposite. We know where it ended up, so we can calculate where it started. And when we do that calculation in the AERMOD Wizard, we actually assume a couple of things. One is that the wind speeds and directions are the same throughout an hour of data, or a minute of data if you're using 1 minute data. The other assumption is that the effects of terrain can be ignored, so that if you have any hills or mountains, this calculation doesn't take that into account. And in the AERMOD Wizard, to calculate one of these trajectories, you click on a surface station and select the trajectory setup option. So let's go ahead and do that now. What we're looking at now on the screen is the example AERMOD Wizard file that's included with the software. And we already have our surface station selected. So if I move the cursor over that station, right-click and say Trajectory Setup, we now see that we can set up both forward trajectories and backward trajectories on the same form. So what I'm going to do is select the backward trajectory, use the 1 hour data files, and select a few hours in May 2011. It's going to be May 13, 2011. And now when it says show, or show on the right the points, AERMOD Wizard will display the backward trajectory on the screen. Now the right points option also saves the individual points on the trajectory to a file. But for now, it's going to say show. And now we see how this trajectory traveled to our airport from a point a few hours ago. And now we can go back and go to trajectory step again and select either forward trajectory or a different ending point. But for this example, we'll just have our trajectory end at the surface station. The next update in version 1.01 is that now we can export that trajectory that we just calculated to Google Earth. You can do this whenever you've calculated a trajectory and it's being displayed on the screen. And all you need to do there is just click the menu item to export the data to Google Earth, and it will be exported. And actually, if I hide the trajectory by selecting show, The trajectory is still there, but it's hidden. But now you can't export. It has to be displayed as well as calculated. So I'm going to show my trajectory again. Say send it to Google Earth. And now the Google Earth application will be opened up with that trajectory being displayed now in Google Earth. Now we can actually see that here it travels from the beginning of hour 17 up to the end of hour 17, hour 18, 19, and so on. And then at the end of hour 23 of that day, that one finally arrived at the AERMOD station, which is here. The next new feature in this update is that in version 1 you could download metadata files, but if you download a file by mistake that you didn't want, you had to take several steps manually to delete that extra file or that unwanted file. In version 1.01, this feature is built into the program. So what you need to do is just go back to the download screen by clicking the Met or monitors option in the menu bar. Select the type of file you previously downloaded, and then select it and click delete. And it's pretty simple. So for example, if we have let's try the station for a minute. If we have a monitor for NO2, okay, here it is. It's a little bit south of us. This first. So monitor with 3 years downloads. We can see monitors, download data again. And let's say we actually only need the years 2011 and 2012. We didn't need this last year, 2013. Now just click the checkbox in the delete column over here on the right. The delete, confirm it. And then AERMOD Wizard will go ahead and remove that file from your computer. I want to hit close, Alt, and move the mouse over that monitor station again. Now the pop-up will be updated as well to indicate that the file is no longer there. And this works similarly for your Met stations as well. I'll click say Met download data again, and then select the option to delete it if I wanted to do that. And finally, for Met stations, in version 1.01 of AERMOD Wizard, you can now download metadata files for 2019. And that's pretty simple as well. You just select the option to download on a file in the Met menu, select your 2019, and then click the download button. So let's go and do that as well. Support for downloading the monitoring data files for 2019 will be added in the next update, version 1.02. So let's see if I want to download the 2019 data file from my airport here. I'll have to download surface data, hourly data. So here 2019 down here, and say download, and AERMOD Wizard will do that for you. Now that that's done, you see we have the file, and now I can hit close. And again, the pop-up here will now say that I have the 2019 data downloaded. All right, well, that's the end of the presentation. and we will now go ahead and take questions. Thank you for joining us.